If you know knives, then you know Zwilling J.A. Henckels. They make some of the best knives anywhere around. But what they have brought us is so special because this is their newest technology. Now you not only get a knife that has that full tang, that has that high carbon stainless steel, so it's going to be really sharp, really beautiful, really durable. The handles on these, so comfortable. And then that beautiful block that's everything is going to nest right into to look so gorgeous on your counter. But then they added the cutting edge technology. What is that cutting technology? Every time you pull that knife out, it is self-sharpening. Every single one of these little slits here has a knife sharpener in it. You sharpen it, so every single time that you go to cut something, to slice something, to chop something, you are getting a sharp knife for a change. Every time, not sometimes, every single time. Never before have they done it in colors for us. You're getting the only place in the world where you can actually buy this set in colors. Black is out in the marketplace. Look at the beautiful wood block on this. It is absolutely so gorgeous. Look at all the grain. And then it is surrounded by that brushed stainless steel. And every single knife that you need, right down to your kitchen shears, is included. You're gonna get your paring knife. I'll actually hold them up over here so that you can see it. You're gonna get your kitchen shears. I use these more than I ever thought I would. You know, all of a sudden kitchen shears have become my thing. You're gonna get your paring knife. You're going to get your serrated knife. You're going to get your slicing knife. You're gonna get your Santoku knife. And then, look at that, chef's knife. Isn't that beautiful? That's your kitchen knife. That's the one I use constantly. $89.95 to get all of these 6 of your knives in this beautiful block. And with that newest technology, and again, never before in colors, and nowhere else can you find these colors. This is going to be the red right here. It is a rich, beautiful red color. I think you're gonna find this to be very pretty in your, and warm in your kitchen. Black, always our top seller. And then we're doing white. Never before have we done it in the white. And frankly, the white has been flying out the door. Over half of our quantity gone. We have the final 900 now, if you do want that in the white. When I talk about quality, Zwilling J.A. Henckels is synonymous with quality. And we are gonna bring in our very special guest, John Florell, to show us some of the quality, because every time I reach for a knife, it's sharp. Not sometimes, not occasionally, not after I sharpen it. Every time I just pull it out of the block, I can cut something with ease and the way it's meant to be. I'm not ripping it, shredding it, tearing it. Ugh, this is such a big deal. If it didn't look so good, I would still buy it, just because it makes so much sense from a standpoint of just, it works. It makes everything in your kitchen work better. But then they made it so beautiful. It's hard to resist. Under $90, 5 flex payments.
Yeah, and it comes with all of the essential knives also, Alice. You get your 8-inch chef's knife, your 7-inch Santoku knife, your slicing knife, which is your utility knife. You get your serrated utility knife, the paring knife, and those shears. And I'll tell you, if you can ask any chef around the world, Zwilling J.A. Henckels they are the gold standard in kitchen cutlery. When you find these in the stores, they're usually the knives that are, you know, in the glass case with the lock that you have to get somebody to open it up so you can take a look at them. But let's face it, all new knives are sharp, okay? And these are beautifully made, all crafted unbelievably beautiful, but the quality and workmanship that go into our knives, our cutlery, are second to none. Full tang. The steel goes all the way through the handle, and it's one piece all the way back to the tab on the back. Now, this is a little teardrop shape. It fits beautifully and balances perfect in your hand. The most popular handle in the world is that triple riveted handle with those stainless steel rivets. It's beautiful, functional, and razor sharp. So again, all new knives are sharp, and this one's no exception. All you do is touch it and it cuts it, okay? But the problem with knives, and I think we all know this because everybody's got a drawer full of dull knives at home, I'm sure. The problem with a knife is when you cut with a knife, after you cut through the food, what does your knife touch? it hits the countertop or the cutting board or the plates or dishes. That's what dulls the edge of your knife over time. But that's what's great about the innovative, I'll tell you, this is so cool. Every time that you replace that knife and put it back into the knife block, it's got a built-in sharpening stone inside. It's got 2 stones set at the perfect angle inside the block that perfectly sharpen your knives. Every time you put it in or take it back out, you're gonna get a razor sharp edge, up to 95% of its original factory sharpness. So whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, every time you use that knife, it's gonna be just like the day you got it. I mean, razor sharp from tip to toe. And I'll tell you what, it's such a pleasure to be able to use a sharp knife because it takes the stress and the work out of doing work in the kitchen. Prep is 90% of kitchen work. And when you have good tools, it makes you enjoy being in the kitchen. Now, the chef's knife, which I just showed you, is the perfect size, the most popular size in the world, our 8-inch chef's knife. Beautifully fits in your hand, but the Santoku knife, if you price our Santoku knives in the stores or anywhere else out there, I mean, look at what you're getting in this entire set. I mean, you probably pay more for just our Santoku knife than the entire set here today. And when you're using a Santoku knife, the difference, a Santoku knife has these ridges, okay, or these little dimples that create an air pocket between the food and the blade. So when you're slicing with it, even things like soft, wet mozzarella cheese, it doesn't stick to the blade like a normal flat blade. And that's why we put those little divots in the blade of the handle or the knife. But it also has the power and the durability. So you can cut through avocados,
wow.
pit and all. Yeah, all you do is move, here, if you missed it, I'll do it again. Cuts right through the pit. You'll notice these are super ripe avocados too.
Yeah,
and
but
it's not
John,
smushing them.
Look, I don't know if we can get, if you can hold that up to the camera even closer, that avocado, because what I want everybody to look at is, look how clean the cut is. The cut is perfectly clean. It's not jagged, it's not ripping it, it's not smushing it. It is perfectly clean because that knife is super sharp every time.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter what it is that you're slicing. It's such a pleasure to have a sharp knife. I mean, you can slice things, you'll do things with a sharp knife that you can't do with the other knives in your kitchen drawer. And the best part about this is these knives are gonna stay sharp because of that knife block. So from tip to toe, it stays razor sharp. So right down to the tip, all the way to the heel of the knife. And remember, these are full tang. So with the triple riveted handles, the durability is amazing. J.A. Henckels, the Zwilling Henckels Knife Company, if you're not familiar with us, we are probably one of the oldest brands in the world, okay? And when I say that, as I move over here to carve a few things for you, we started back in 1731. Okay, so we're almost 300 years old in the same factory in Germany. I mean, it's one of the oldest brands in the world, and again, that's why we're known for quality, workmanship, our precision. The edge of our knives, the steel, is a high carbon stainless steel blade that stays razor sharp, and it has that durability. So again, whether you're slicing your turkey, ham, lamb, or roast beef, maybe it's the Christmas turkey or goose, you're gonna get those perfect slices. And you know, ham like this is one of those pressed hams. You would need a deli slicer to slice this, okay?
Again,
but because of the razor sharp edge, and the nice part about it too, Alice, the best part is when you replace that knife and when you put it back in the sheath, it's gonna sharpen itself. So every time you put it in or take it out, it sharpens itself. So if you wanna take it out and carve that turkey, okay, you're gonna get perfect slices each and every time. You're not gonna rip or tear or shred that meat. If your knives can't do that, I mean, it's time for a new set of knives.
It's time for a new set of knives.
Too,
and if you want to add to your order and get the steak knives that we have available, from Zwilling, this is the day to do it, but you have to do it, and I would do it right now because we're about to sell out of these. They have been crazy popular since midnight. $44.95, 5 flex payments on it. We have them in the black for the moment. 140 left in the black, 170 left in the white, and 280 left if you want them in the red. They come in a beautiful gift box. Look how classy and elegant that is. That's because these are elegant knives. These are some of the most high-end knives out in the marketplace. And again, if you want these, because most people are buying a couple of sets of these because you want to get a set of 8, then buy 2 sets of these and take advantage of those flex payments, but you need to order those. If they don't sell out in this presentation, they will in my next presentation. This is the time to do it, to upgrade your knives. This isn't just replacing your knives with another great, beautiful, Zwilling, high quality knife. You are not only getting that at basically $15 a knife, that doesn't even include the price of that wooden block, okay? That's how great this value is. Our retail value on this, almost $180. Today, you are saving $90. It is almost a half price sale. And just combine that with the fact that you cannot buy the white, you cannot buy the red anywhere except for right here. These make fabulous gifts. If you are even starting to think about anything from wedding gifts to starting to think about the holidays. I know it's ridiculous, but I'm telling you, you will blink and it will be here. I can't even believe it's already mid-June. Then get these and put them in your gift closet. They don't go bad, okay? They don't go bad. And you will have one of the most beautiful gifts. I was lucky enough over the weekend to be invited to a friend's yacht, right? He has a personal chef, and I'm not saying that to sound hoity-toity. I'm saying that because in his kitchen, his personal chef picks this exact set. I looked at it and I went, oh, I have those. He's like, they're amazing, aren't they? Did you know that? Yeah, I said, I own them, okay? I own them. I didn't even know, John, I didn't even know I was gonna be presenting them today. And it was so funny because we were talking about just the incredible design. This particular chef has worked with some of the biggest chefs in the country. For him to own this, let me tell you, it speaks volumes. It's the quality of the knives, but I've never seen a design where every time you pull it out, every time you use that knife, it is freshly sharpened. I mean, it's such a big deal.
Yeah, you know, it's such a pleasure to have a sharp knife in the kitchen. When you can fillet the skin off of your salmon, slice it like I'm slicing it, perfect for sashimi or sushi if you're into that type of thing. Now you can do that because you've got the precision, you've got that sharpness, you've got the quality. And I don't know if you mentioned this, I don't remember, but they do come with a lifetime warranty as well. We stand behind our products 100%. I'll tell you, just for the chef's knife alone, it's worth it, but you're getting the entire set. Now, I've shown you the chef's knife. I've shown you the Santoku knife. Every time you slide those back in, they sharpen themselves. And Alice, I have to point this out because this is how technical that the Zwilling J.A. Henckels Knife Company is, okay? We didn't just create a knife sharpener that's in a block. Each one of these slots is labeled. I'm going to take these 2 out so we can see this. Right here it says chef's knife, and here it says Santoku knife, utility knife, paring knife. Each one of these are set at a different angle because a chef's knife is supposed to be sharpened at 15 degrees. A Santoku knife, because of the thickness of the blade, it needs to be sharpened at 11 degrees. So this is why we can promise you 95% of its original factory sharpness. Every time you put it in and take it back out, it sharpens perfectly. You see, normally you've got that steel, you know, that stick that everybody uses.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You can't get a perfect edge with this sharpening steel. You can't do it on a honing stone. Even a professional knife sharpener can only get a knife back to about 80% of its original factory sharpness, on average, okay? This knife block brings it back to 95% of its original factory sharpness, and that's why you can have that razor sharp edge each and every time you move that knife. It's going to slice perfectly with no force, no effort. And listen, people love this knife. Read the reviews. Anybody with dexterity issues, they fit perfectly in your hand. That teardrop on the end of the handle gives you the stability in your hand. So when you're slicing, chopping, or dicing with the knives, this little prep knife is gonna be one of your favorite knives. I can tell you that right now. It's one of mine. I use it all the time. And what I love about it is that after I've cut with it, all I have to do is slide it back into that block where it says utility knife, and it sharpens itself.
Yeah.
Back to 95% of its original sharpness. And that's why I tell you, every time you use this knife, whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, you're gonna have that same razor sharp edge each time you pick up that knife.
And each knife, basically, what you're paying is $15 per knife for a Zwilling J.A. Henckels knife. That is a fabulous buy. That, I'm not even including the price of this gorgeous wood block. And I will tell you this, I bought this last year when we offered it. I think it was maybe last holiday season. I bought it. It doesn't even go in my kitchen. Truthfully, I have a very modern kitchen. I didn't care. The knives are that good, the value is that good, but it's the performance of the knives. I don't care, my parents actually spent $1,000 on a set of knives. They did it. My dad loved to cook, and so he indulged himself. He still has to pay to get those things sharpened. They still go dull. These are never gonna go dull. These are gonna be freshly sharpened every time you use them because it's so effortless. You just put it back where it belongs, you pull it out, it's sharpened. It's just the coolest thing. And nobody else has the colors that we have. So the colors that are exclusive to us are the red and the white right here. Again, the white is now getting, I have just over 800 left till the white completely sell out. We had 2,300 when we started. This is the black. The black is still selling the best. It is beautiful, isn't it? Just the elegance of it, even the angle that they did in terms of the way that they structured it. And then we also have it in the red. It's a deep red. Don't be afraid like, oh, it's gonna be bright red. No, no, no. It's like a brick red. It's a steakhouse red, like the knives you would see in a traditional high-end steakhouse. Absolutely gorgeous. The price is phenomenal. You're saving $90 today. It's almost a half price sale, but this is a one-day deal. If you want to put it on your credit card, I think it's 5 flex payments on this. Please don't miss this. And by the way, if you want to put it on our HSN credit card, we're doing a special promotion. We just started today. Thank you very much. You're going to save $40 when you sign up for this card, and you're accepted $40 off. So you know what the price of these would be? $49.95. Again, if you want the additional steak knives, you have to order these early. These are selling out very early today. I have 500 now left with over, I think, what, 1,200 ordered on the day? Yeah. About 1,000 ordered. We have 500 left. So 2/3 of our quantity gone. We have them in the black, we have them in the white, and we have them in the red. The deal is most people are getting 2 sets, okay? Again, take advantage of the 5 flex payments that we have. But John, when it comes to being able to get a J.A. Henckels Zwilling knife, to get the quality of what you're getting, that high carbon stainless steel, the full tang, the triple rigid, when you feel it, it is so smooth, it feels so good. And here's the other thing I love, okay? When you hear it, right? Can't you just tell the quality of a knife just by the way it hits the cutting board?
It's like you don't even feel it going through the food.
I love it. I just love it. Oh my gosh. It's exciting to be able to offer something like this, isn't it? I mean, because you walk in the kitchen, what do? You grab your knife. And every time you grab it, John, it's gonna be freshly sharpened.
Yes. Yes, and even down to that 3-inch paring knife. Alice, this is one of my favorite knives. It's one that gets used more than any other knife, I think, as a paring knife, because you're doing all your prep work. I'll tell you what, this knife is sharp from tip to toe. It's got the same exact triple riveted handle. You can slice as thick or as thin as you like. If you want to saute some mushrooms for a steak dinner, isn't it nice when you have those beautiful slices? It doesn't rip or tear. Everything comes out perfect and beautiful. But I got to tell you, what's great about it is it doesn't matter how many times that it hits that cutting board, okay? If your knife starts losing its edge, all you do is replace it into the knife block. It sharpens on its way in, and it sharpens on its way back out. So you're always gonna have that razor sharp knife. But I gotta tell you, you mentioned it too, these shears are absolutely amazing. If you don't have kitchen shears right now, wait until you try. Once you start using kitchen shears, I mean, you won't believe all the things you'll use them for. Next time your husband brings you home a dozen roses and you want to trim the stems to put them in a vase or a vase, and you know the difference between a vase and a vase, right, Alice?
Which is what?
About $100. But look at this. I mean, for doing your parsley or your cilantro, or here, you're gonna love it for opening battery boxes or opening up bags of chips or your cereal. Or here, how about this? Take a chicken, a roasted chicken, or if it's even a raw chicken, you can spatchcock it for the grill by cutting the backbone out. I'm cutting right through the rib cage, right through the breastbone, and then you can go right down the back, cut right through the back of that chicken, bone and all, split it in half, and now you've got a beautiful display for a roasted chicken. Add your vegetables, add your garnish to that. It's a beautiful way to display your roasted chicken for company when you have them coming over. But that little shears also has a bottle opener. I used it the other night, this little gap in here, to grab, my wife accidentally pushed the wine cork too far down in the bottle and we couldn't get it back out with it. Didn't want to put the corkscrew back in, so you can grab it, pull it out. I mean, there's so many uses for these shears, it's almost worth it just for the shears alone.
I know what you're saying, because once you discover those shoes, I didn't use them for years, and then all of a sudden you discover them, and then you become obsessed with them. You will become obsessed with this in your kitchen. Like I said, I bought it, it doesn't even go in my kitchen. It doesn't even match, I don't care. It is that good. It is that good in terms of the quality of the knives you're getting, and you're getting 6 of your knives. 6, you're getting that great big chef's knife, you're getting your Santoku. In addition to that, you're getting your slicing knife, serrated knife, they are all here, your paring knife, and then those fabulous kitchen shears. The beauty is the quality of the knives that J.A. Henckels Zwilling offers. I'm telling you, please Google it, price them out in the marketplace. But what you're gonna find is our value is so outstanding that you might even buy a couple of these and give them as gift ideas, because people will go crazy when they see it. It is one of the best looking wood blocks I have ever seen, because of the way with the brushed stainless steel and the wood grain. But the knives, we use them constantly. Get a knife that is sharp every single time, not sometimes. Not for the first month, not for the first year. It is sharp every single time that you slice anything, and you can hear the quality of the knife. You hear that quality. Amazing. Don't forget, if you want the steak knives, we have we have about 4. Okay, I have 100 left now if you want it in the black. Those look like they're gonna go in this presentation. We do have a few, how much? 150 in the white and 250, so red is your best bet right now, but if you want that black or the white, you really need to be ordering those right now. If you want it with that self-sharpening wood block, I'm telling you, it is so outstanding. You will love the way it looks, but mostly you will love having a sharp knife every time you pull it out. White is available for the moment. White is now becoming very limited. I think I have 800 left now if you want it in the white. We have black, that's been our best seller, and then we also have it in the red, the white and the red, unavailable anywhere except right here on HSN. $90 savings today. It's basically like a half price sale that you're getting on truly quality, but not just quality. This is cutting edge technology that is gonna make every single second in the kitchen. It matters so much to have a sharp knife. I mean, John, there's just nothing like it.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter which knife you pull out of that knife block. Every single time that you use it, it's gonna cut like a razor blade. I gotta tell you, whether it's the 8-inch chef's knife, the 7-inch Santoku knife, the utility knives, whether it's the serrated utility knife, or the straight utility knife, the paring knife, the shears, they all fit in that block. And it's such a pleasure. Even like that cabbage was like a bowling ball. It's so dense, but look at that. You can make light, fluffy coleslaw in seconds. I mean, it does so much work. And the fact that every time you use it, and replace it back into the block, it's gonna sharpen itself. So you never have to worry about a dull kitchen knife again. You mentioned the guest, you know, giving them as a gift earlier. We've got the kids leaving off, going off to college. Maybe they're starting out on their own. The perfect housewarming gift for the kids. They can take it with them to school. Once you use a Zwilling J.A. Henckels knife, and if to give a set like this is an amazing deal, but once you use them once, you will never use another kitchen knife again. Ask any chef. We are the gold standard in kitchen cutlery. And once you use them, I think you'll understand why.
And once you pay only $15 per knife, that doesn't even include the beautiful wooden block presentation with the self-sharpening technology built into it. I've never seen anything quite like it before. It really is cutting-edge technology, but in a way combined with the quality that Zwilling J.A. Henckels brings us, you will know the quality. Get it home and try it. You have 30 days. Cut whatever you would like. Listen to that. The way it hits, you just know, the quality. You will love the quality. You will love every single time that you pick up this knife. You are getting the sharpest knife because it has been freshly sharpened just by putting it in and pulling it out. Self-sharpening technology changes everything. Like I said, a friend of mine, Mark, who is a personal chef, and this is what he chooses to put in his kitchen. Is the Henckels, not just the Henckels J.A. The J.A. Henckels, I can't get that name in my head. Not just this name, not just this brand. He puts this exact set in his kitchen, but he didn't have it in the red or the white, which we do have. He has it in the black, and we have it for the first time in the red and the white. Again, if you want it with the additional steak knives, we have a few of those left. In fact, we're down to a few hundred left. If you want it in the black, most limited at this point with only, we have like a few dozen now left in the black. Just a few more than that in the white. Your best bet is that red as well. And you know what, John? I know you're going to join us at the top of next hour for another presentation, but truly, this is something where if you are thinking ahead to holidays, what a great gift this would be. I don't know if we're featuring this again as a Today Special for the rest of the year, but just don't miss it.
Now, you know what? Thanks for having us on today, Alice. And again, it's such a pleasure to have a knife with a sharp edge every single time you pick it up. And again, Zwilling J.A. Henckels, the best of the best. I appreciate you having us on and giving us the opportunity to have a Today Special today. Bring this to your viewers.
If I could just get that, I keep reversing the J.A. Henckels with the Zwilling. Zwilling J.A. Henckels, okay? I don't care. All you need, I just say Zwilling because that's how I know them as. You will love it. Okay, again, white, black, red, white, becoming very limited. Stay in the ordering process.